Hey, what's going on, everybody? And today I'm going to be talking about how to prophesize over your life. Parts of this was inspired by church the other day. They were talking a lot about it's not over. And it got me really thinking because yesterday, this whole week, actually, I felt really, really called. And I know a lot of you might be feeling it, is to do some really deep cleaning. So today is really about how to prophesize over your life. I'm going to share a few stories with you. It's about really speaking life in your projects, your dreams, your wants, and getting so caught up in the what is. And real quick story. So yesterday I shared on my live stream that I was doing some deep cleaning. One thing that I teach in the Get Shiznit Done Productivity course is all about having a section of passion projects, so things that you want to achieve, things that you've been wanting to get up and running, and then also, what is going on with this like little frizz in the back? And then also past mess cleanup. So in order to truly move forward, there's a lot of things in our life that we got to clean up. And so one thing that I learned over here is, well, number one, let's get clear on what this means. So Merlin, if you guys have not been messing with AI, there's something really cool that I learned from my coach called Merlin. It's about prophesizing. To prophesize is a verb that means to predict or foretell the future. To predict and foretell the future. And it is often associated with individuals who possess special or divine knowledge, such as And it's really about just predicting what's going to happen. And a lot of times we put so much emphasis on what has happened in our past, and we prophesize that undesired experience, and we speak death into our projects. We speak death into our goals. We speak death into our dreams and our aspirations versus actually speaking life into them. So my challenge to you is I want you to audit and identify, what are you prophesizing on your life? What are you prophesizing on your projects? What are you prophesizing on? Because it's not over and it hasn't happened yet. And so we want to really be mindful on that. Now, one thing as I was doing is I was cleaning out some folders. And as I was cleaning out the folders, this is one of my pain projects for the summer, is I'm cleaning out these folders and I'm going through, like since 2010. I'm going through courses that I invested in the past, like business school. I invested in things like podcasting. I invested in things on webinars, like since 2015, right? And I invest in all these courses. And as I'm going through my past mess cleanup and I'm organizing, I'm going through like literally stacks of paperwork. Like I spent literally all last week. I still probably have another few weeks to go through stuff. I had all these emotions get brought up. Like number one, I was pissed off. So how many of you in here have ever like gone through past stuff and it really just pisses you off because it's a reminder that you didn't finish something that you started. It's a reminder that, hey, you still haven't achieved that dream and that goal that you set out to achieve, 5-10 years ago, and you invested hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on courses and mentors and all that stuff. And I was like, man, I dropped like thousands of dollars on, I was going through Marie Forleo's school. I dropped $2,000 on that. I was going through John Lee Dumas's on podcasting. I dropped thousands on that. I was going through, what was it? I think it was an easy webinar, but it was some webinar course that I had paid a few $1,000s for. And I was going through all these things and I was like, wow, like, why did I not complete it? Why did I invest in all these things? And I was like going back and reflecting. I'm like, man, I was super overwhelmed that time. I didn't know how to manage my time. I didn't know how to time block. I didn't know, I was committing to too many things versus just doing one course at a time. And I know you guys can relate to the same thing, because one of the downsides of being an overachiever is that you put too many things on your plate. And a lot of times it's because of that craving of overstimulation. So we put all these things on our plate. We're overwhelmed. then we don't know if we're doing it right. So like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. So start procrastinating it. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I bought the right stuff. You have to get it all right. You got to buy all these like things like podcasting stuff. This actually got recently, like this was super simple. And then just too many distractions. And I didn't know how to juggle at the time I was married. I didn't know how to juggle my relationship. I didn't know how to juggle my full-time career. I didn't know how to juggle like investing in new things and just building an online business at the same time and starting a side business and getting all that stuff done since like I think, I don't know, 20, I don't know when it was, but I started a few different things. So this was like just bringing up all these thoughts. And that's why eventually I like built a whole course out on procrastination, because really it comes down to the ability to process your negative thoughts and emotions. So as I was going through like prophesizing over your life, it was bringing up so much pain because I was going through this stuff. And today I wrote this post, and because that really triggered me. And I wrote this post today on my threads, and it was, you can go back and you can see like some of the threads. I'll just put inspirational things on there. And it's like, sometimes we think it's like, how many times am I going to F up? How many times am I going to F up? How many times is it going to take for me to finally get this? And sometimes you're going to F up until you're going to, I call it like face plants. You're going to face plant until you might just fall, and you might fall hard. And then you're going to fall hard until you just trip. And then you're going to trip until you actually anticipate something, and then you jump over it or you walk around it. And you just got to keep getting back up. If something is important to you and you really, really want it and you really want to achieve it, like, it's your job to keep going. It's your destiny to keep moving. I just hired a business coach, maybe a new business coach a few months ago. And she's healing naturally and going a different way against all the conventional things. And she has stage 4 colon cancer that she's healing from. And she's really like putting a lot of things into perspective as far as, and this is something I've been thinking a lot too, because there was a few times where I had some near-death incidences, and it really puts you into perspective as far as like, what you're currently going through. And then if you were told you had a diagnosis and you only had maybe like a half a year to live, or you had a year, like if that, because we don't even know how long we're going to be here for. And we're so caught up in the mundane things that we're not focusing on what's on the other side of how we're feeling. And so really put things into perspective of like, if you have a calling that you want to go share a message with the world, it's your responsibility to figure out how to use certain platforms. It's your responsibility to get that information out there. It's your responsibility to get back up, to get back in the game. And to start speaking life into your goals, to start speaking life into the things that you want to do, to start speaking life into your future, because that's what prophesizing your life is. And every single day you have the ability to practice getting better at speaking good things upon your life and speaking good things upon your future and speaking good things into your existence, because you're still here. That means you've had another opportunity to get back up and to get back in the game and figure out how to play this life called, this game called life, this career that you've chosen, and to figure out how to play at heightened levels of success and what success means to you. And it would be irresponsible if you didn't get back up. It would be irresponsible for you to not pursue what it is that you're striving to pursue in your business and in your life and for your family and for your dreams. It's your birthright, and it's your responsibility to protect your dreams and to protect what you want and to want what you want. And so I really wanted to share that with you today, because as we procrastinate and we avoid pain projects because they bring up a lot of emotional things that we have not faced. But I will tell you, going through those paperworks and working on this pain project of going through like old like courses and materials and going through folders and binders and looking at so many different things and dealing with stuff, it's so freeing. It's so freeing because now you've just reclaimed your personal power, things that you're giving your energy towards. And studies have shown that when you have clutter in your home and when you're just collecting things, even paperwork, and you have them stored in certain things, everything carries an energy because subconsciously your mind knows that there's something that you're not dealing with. And when you actually deal with it and you move into it, you start to transition your pain into power because you're reclaiming pieces that you're giving your energy away from, and you feel like you're so much more creative. It's almost like an internal cleansing. It's like an internal liberation, and that maybe that depression you might be going through, or that kind of like dragging your feet energy that you're carrying on to right now, it starts to lighten up because you're now dealing with things that you aren't facing because you don't know if you're doing it right or you don't know if you have time. And so I wanted to share that message with you. And I also want to encourage you to get back up if you've fallen, and to keep going and to just keep moving and to keep your head up, stay in the game, get focused on what you want, no backup goals, get clear on why you might be procrastinating. And all procrastination means is the inability to process your negative thoughts and emotions because of 3 core reasons: not feeling safe to move forward, feeling overwhelmed, and then also too many distractions. So I want to encourage you guys. Number one, this is free. And even for me, when I don't have this in front of me, I am not holding myself accountable. And one of the things, and I know I've said it publicly, and so that's why, it's what is the word? It's transitioning humiliation into self-approbation. Is like, I'm publicly telling you guys I'm going live, and I'm being inconsistent. And it's because it's like, at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm saying I'm going to do something and I'm not doing it. So that's being irresponsible with my words. And that means I'm actually not speaking life into my goals and my dreams and aspirations. But when I have this in front of me and I have a way of measuring my accountability, I'm more likely to show up for yourself. And that alone allows me to feel proud of following through with my commitments to you guys and also things that are important to me as well. So this accountability calendar, it is a game changer. Like literally, I don't follow through if I don't have it in front of me, just because there's so many things. So you can get that for free. The link is in my bio, or it's tanyacoliver.com/calendar. And then in there, it also offers you a whole course on procrastination. So one thing I can say also in here too, because today's message is really about speaking life over your goals, speaking life over your dreams, speaking life over your future, is that today is a new day and you have the ability to get back up, to get back in the game, and to start practicing what it's like to speak life over yourself, over your goals, and over your dreams. Because that's the only way you're going to give it a pulse. It's the only way you're going to give those things a pulse. And so just get back up. Do not quit. And another thing that really pissed me off is that I was going through these courses in my folder, and I'm looking back from over 10 years ago of investing thousands of dollars in podcasting, thousands of dollars in webinars. And I'm like, wow, I still haven't built a successful podcast. I still haven't built a successful webinar thing. And it's like, but you know what? You get back up and that desire is still there. So if you have a burning desire inside of your heart, it's your job. It would be irresponsible for you to not start to show up for it, and then also to start time blocking it. So if you fall, you get back up, you get back in the game, you get injured, you get back up, you get back in the game. But it's nothing to be humiliated about. We transition everything, transitioning humiliation into self-approbation. It's like one of my new favorite words. is I appreciate and I approve of myself, my shortcomings, my fails, my inconsistencies, my procrastination, my da 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 da. And then once you know better, you do better. Once you know better, you do better. Today's a new day. Today's a new beginning. How can I carve out 10 minutes? How can I carve out 20 minutes? How can I, like, what am I avoiding? What do I need to face? Am I avoiding myself? Am I avoiding me taking care of myself? And I know that I need to. I know that I should. You know, I put everybody in front of me, but I don't put me first. Like, we want to start learning how to have honest conversations with ourselves. And it's only for your highest good. And it's actually for the highest good of even the people around us, the people that we're serving, because they get to experience the best of you versus like what's left of you. They get to experience the best of you. And there's only certain things that you know you need to do. There's only certain things that you know you have to face. And it's important from here on out that we start taking that responsibility and start to be more responsible with our lives, be responsible for our happiness, and to start prophesizing over our life, over our goals, over our dreams, and over aspirations. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you love this conversation, just go ahead and drop some hearts below. Message me in the comment box below what one of the biggest things that you got from today. And the next best part is the integration. So make sure you're integrating what we talked about today. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I'm doing a live stream with Nick, and it is going to be a rapid fire live stream tomorrow. I have no clue what he's going to ask me. I guess it's anything goes. I'm trying to figure out what the frick I'm going to ask him. And Nick's had a really, a very interesting life, and excited to see where we're still going with it. I'm probably more grateful that I know him these days than I'm sure I did beforehand. But yeah, so it's going to be fun. And then also at 2 p.m. tomorrow, we have Minding My Business. So I actually get to interview my cousin. So that's super cool. I'm going to bring a family member on tomorrow, and her whole life has completely changed in a positive way. Beautiful blessings. So yeah, if you guys need accountability, print out your accountability calendar. It is inside of the bio, or you can go to the website, tanyacoliver.com/calendar. And today, my message to you, as we talked about speaking life over your dreams, your goals, and, getting clear why you're not showing up for the things that matter most in your life, including yourself, and to learn how to start incorporating them in your life. If you guys need help with any of that, please send me a message. I'd be happy to help you. And if you fall, just get back up. All right, you guys, I hope you have a blessed